Now then, welcome back to another episode on the Hypermine server. I have been started working on the internals of the hub. Only started working because it costs a lot of nether brick doing it this way. And I want to include lots of other materials so that it's not all just nether brick. That would be very boring anyway as a thing. So what I'm doing is just sort of defining doorways, door locations. And we've got a simple door location over here, which is going to be sorted out by Cass and Prezi. And this one here is ready for somebody to take over, to go in that general direction. This one here goes to Tick. We're on this side of the hub at the moment. The side of the hub that has the Wither Crusher. The Wither Crusher is just up there. And I just spotted another thing that I wanted to sort out before we get any further into this episode. Oh, I missed it earlier. I was being fairly careful to do it as well. Let's see. That one there is only a half slab instead of a full block. In there's the Wither Crusher. I'll show that again in a minute. That should finish that off. I've got one piece of obsidian there, but I don't think you can notice. I've got to think of a sort of an edging all the way around, a coving kind of thing. I don't really want to use nether brick again. I don't really want to. But it's kind of a thing that I've got going on here. At the minute, there's stairs there that run up to the Wither Slayer. And these were put in a long time ago by Albanaka. And this thing here is also a thing, right? So, in order to start moving things about, I'm bringing it up here. So, this is now secured inside this area. I'm going to block this doorway off so that this is the area. And I'm going to have the doorway coming round here and down the stairs and into the hub. Yeah, that's the plan. And there's a few things that I want to test out with you first before we go. Before we go anywhere, there's a few things I just want to test out. Now, as far as I'm aware, right, before I even start doing all this kind of stuff, as far as I'm aware, you have to build a wither from the ground up. So, I believe, now I'm doing it up here just in case, right? I believe you have to build your wither from the ground up like this. This is one of the only blocks, the spots in the nether. I think there's maybe 3 or something, I don't know, different coordinates, but they're the same in every world. And then you put your wither heads on, and it activates the wither. And then we just go, push that up. And it should have worked. Push that up, and then it goes up into the roof when it becomes an entity. That's what happens. Okay. I may have broken it slightly on the way around here. I may have broken it slightly. Okay, here we go. Just a bit of redstone underneath that block there and it's sorted. Okay, so we would have the wither killing chamber like this, but I'm going to take the bottom block out. There's a reason I'm doing this, by the way. Don't worry, there is a reason I'm doing this. Checking to make sure this doesn't work in a safe environment before I do it for reals. So there, and there. And then that on the bottom does not make a wither. Okay, that's good. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Alright, so I want to make a little wither display, you see. So I want to make a wither without it becoming an actual wither. I want to make that shape that you make a wither with without actually making a wither, because that would be daft. So I can do that now. I understand how it works. That's fine. That was literally just, I wanted to double check. And it's a good job, really, because the wither killing device, the Wither Crusher, wasn't working after I'd taken a few blocks out up here as well. So what I'm looking at doing is making this more of an entrance. So take these out. And I guess that means I need to take that one out as well. Put that in there. And then upturned like that. So there's an entrance. Okay. And above that, I want to have kind of a place to set up a wither boss that isn't actually a place to set up a wither boss. I think I want this so it's got some glass on the front. So we'll probably take these down as well. and go back 1 or 2. What's a good background colour for it? I'm probably going to need to do something with cool lighting effects. Okay, so how big does it need to be? It needs to be about like that, yeah. Let me go and get some glass. I'll be right back, because my glass is all the way down at my base, and I need to go and fetch it. So, while I'm having a go at doing this display for the wither area, I just want it to be like a wither boss set up in display, kind of, make a little space over here, kind of up here somewhere, just, Soap has left and joined? Okay, I know he's AFK in somewhere, I don't know what he's doing there. Yeah, we had a meeting. Let's start with that. We had a meeting on Saturday, and Saturday meeting meant that I didn't really get round to making an episode on Saturday for the Hypermine Vanilla. And I'm now calling it Hypermine Vanilla in sort of a prelude to what I'm about to say. Yes. Hypermine as a group has had many members all the way back to Zul'jin, who founded the server in the first place. Zul'jin is still around in the chat, but has no real influence over the server, doesn't really get involved in anything of the server anymore, and is now firmly a non-hyperminer. But there's quite a few non-hyperminers that are legacy members. Like, they've had a big involvement in the past, so they're still in the group. They're still part of the Hypermine group. They just don't do anything Hypermine anymore. And that's okay, that's fine. But that's not what this video is all about. This is, because of the meeting on Saturday, we discussed a lot of things that you may find interesting. The main thing, and the only thing that's actually going to be shared in this video, is the fact that they're thinking about doing the modded Minecraft Hypermine server again. And I just blocked off my light. Awesome. Yep, get that back. Yeah, the modded Hypermine. There's always been a modded Hypermine. It was the Resonant Rise 3 mod pack that they were using from the AT launcher. And that was running for quite some time, and people were making videos from it. And you probably know that if you've got their playlists or their channels in your quick links and you're subscribed to them all and all that kind of stuff. But the modded server has long since stopped and nobody's really playing on it. How does that look? Yeah. The thing about the vanilla and the modded servers, the two Hypermine servers that the Hypermine community, all of us YouTubers and Twitch streamers and all that, are allowed to play on, the vanilla server tends to last a lot longer because the builds don't need changing and updating. There's no moving parts and stuff like that all the time. Every now and again we'll have to change something, but a lot of the time we can just add to the world and make the world even bigger and bigger and bigger. Like when we joined, or the new players joined, and we made the vanilla world bigger. Well, the modded Minecraft world, that really needs to be restarted every 3-4 months, something like that. I think that's the plan, is to restart it every 3 or 4 months. But more on that later. This actually needs restarting around about now. And that doesn't look right either, does it? The background of it just doesn't seem to fit. Having the glass there just doesn't seem to make it want to work. Just doesn't seem to fit right. And I don't really know why. Possibly because we can't have a proper clear glass texture in this game. What about just leaving it as it is, as an opening like that? I think that's going to be my main solution, I guess, is leaving it just like that. I could do with the light sources being there, though, so let's take them back. If I don't put the head on first or last, we should be okay to move these around a little bit. See, I could take this, and do I want them behind each head? Maybe. Let's have this in and this in. What do you reckon? Do you think this is okay like this, like behind their heads, maybe at their feet as well, like this, and then put these back in place here. What's that going to look like? Well, it definitely shines out a little bit more, doesn't it? Definitely shines out a little bit more. Maybe just the legs there work and I don't need to do the top bit. Maybe I need to do a light source in the top there instead. Maybe it needs a little bit more depth, like a space behind, like another background piece. I can take the background back one, can't I? And bring it out to me this way. Let's go. Wait. And where's my things? There they are. Okay, let's take this out. And just bring it back one here. So the whole thing's back away from the wither boss itself. That might work. I got a little bit of block lag on the server. I think that's because Soap's doing something. He's AFK at the minute. So I think that's probably what he's up to. He's probably not wither farming, but farming and their little project area that they've got going on over the fish farm. That's it. They've got an ocean monument that they're dealing with. That might have something to do with it. That's probably good enough there, yeah. Just change these up as well. And do I want to put... Oh, I kind of want to make it all white at the back here. So let's just take 2, 3 more out there. There we go. And then swap those over. Kind of want to make it clean looking inside. And I guess I'm going to have to put some in here as well. But I can do that as a base colour like this because no one will see that from downstairs. Okay. And a final. Come on, this has got to work now. This has got to work because I'm already run out of ideas of stuff and things. It does kind of give it a little bit more perspective when you're cycling through. Maybe those lighting needs to be almost right behind it though. Rather than up and below it. Oh man, I'm changing this around so much. This is why you don't normally see these kind of bits and pieces episodes like this. Because I want to get things done a lot smoother. Give me that torch. Give me that lantern. Where did it go? It's up there still again. Okay, thank you. And we can have this. I want to know where I'll put the light sources. I guess right behind the wither would do. Like there. And then you can hardly see it, but if you do see it, it's a bit of a glowy section that's coming out from the wither. Just kind of lighting it from the back there. Yeah. That's okay. I think I need to do the ceiling bit there as well, though. And then we're done with that. I don't really want to put the glass in. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to put glass in it. Because if I put glass in it, then I'm kind of obscuring it a little bit. Whereas I've got lots and lots of quartz. So I don't mind putting loads of quartz in the back there. I've got loads of glass as well. I don't mind putting the glass in. It's just I couldn't see a decent colour that wouldn't distract it. So now that's showing that this is the way. So from wherever you are in the hub, you can probably discern that that's the wither place. So that's where you go to kill the wither boss. Yeah? And that's the plan for that section. Bars. Iron bars. Now, that's something I hadn't considered. Oh, it's still going to stick to the... Yeah. So, no, is what I'm saying to that. It's still going to stick to the blocks and form sort of ugly-looking connections with the soul sand as well. So, no. Alright, so that's that bit done. Next up, I've got to bring some stairs up and around there from this kind of view here. I don't want to use just the slabs as such. I want a kind of a a little pattern going on, just to mix it in with the floor that's coming up here. And that kind of with a pattern, the T sections, as it were, might work. Gonna have to do all the walls and all that kind of stuff as well on my way up. And I think I want a 3-wide staircase, even though it's going to a 2-wide door, just to make it feel a little bit bigger. Alright, so just doing a little bit of figuring out the basic premise. I don't really want to use lots and lots of nether brick once we get inside. I want to try and lighten it a little bit, but I do have a lot of stone bricks from up there, so I might do a few more stone bricky type things. But that first little section where it joins into there does give us the reason to have like a corner bend type thing going on. So I kind of need an arrow, pointing around the corner so people kind of see that it's that way to go. That's going to be a plan. And I think I'm just going to use stairs, possibly a mix between these kind of stairs and stone brick stairs. So let me start messing around with that. Alrighty, and one lovely cup of coffee later, this is where we're at. This is how far we got. The entrance itself seems okay. Fairly good. Then the stairwell itself, I've got a very simple pattern coming down here. Just the letter T made out of stairs. For the wither, it's a kind of a wither boss shape, right? Just nice and simple, just to break it up a little bit so it doesn't look so boring coming in and out. And there's only so much I can do with bedrock in this level, so I decided that I would use the trick that I spotted somewhere else and just put some glass up in the joint around here like this. And that would be... oh, dang it. What would that be? That would be another one of those. Yes. Okay. And another piece of glass there, maybe? Yeah, something like that. So there's lighting on the way down like that, and that's all kind of sealed in. Yeah, maybe that looks odd behind there, but still, never mind. And I wanted to do something along the back here, down the back here, down the side. And what I'm considering doing is just some kind of simple zigzagging coming down here of stairs. Upturned stairs on the top here, like that, and the right way upstairs on the bottom here. And that just kind of gives us a little detail zigzag all the way down, and hopefully that'll end up being a light source as well. Now, I do have the issue that's on this side, that I don't have the same ability, as it were, on there. On this side, if I do the same thing again, how's that looking? It's okay. It's got the it's got nether brick behind it, so that will potentially work then. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, and we'll just block those off like that. Okay, so same again. I'm just gonna put these in here quickly. I could possibly get away with using half slabs, but well, I got so many stone bricks that I'm not really that worried about it. And I do have this iron here as well, which is part of the internals of this, which is going to kind of catch your eye on the way up every time. Catch your eye, maybe. Upset me? Maybe not. Maybe not quite to the point of being upset by it. And yeah, it's just tarting the place up a bit, isn't it? Just making the place look tidy. And we've got some more steps to place down on here. And then I've got to decide what to do behind it. Now, I've thought about flowing lava and things like that, because that's quite nice. And then up here, and I want it to sort of, like, I didn't know whether to do flowing lava going down there or not. Let's think about other possibilities. I could have... let's take this out of there, thank you. Put that in there. I could have something like that, and then round the back here do the similar sort of thing. Fill those bits in, of course. but have the occasional light source like that on the way down. Like every once in a while, one of those. Maybe every couple of blocks this direction, like there. Does cost a little bit of glowstone for me, but there are witch farms and things available to us, so, and I'm living in the nether, so I should be able to get plenty of that. Shouldn't be an issue. And that one sort of fits off there, doesn't it? And that'll keep the stairs nice and well lit. Yeah, that might work. And I think I've probably got enough nether brick to be able to do all the way down there as well. Let's hope. Another thing potential was putting something like this in there. Just give it a bit more detail that way as well. I think the light still comes out. It still shows out at least, even if it doesn't actually come out. But then this is only going to be like every other one is going to be like that then. Which is going to be a bit of annoying. And of course... man, that still has a good effect. It still has a good effect to it. So yeah, let's just fill that in and hope for the best. Just fill it in and hope for the best. Make it look good, hopefully. And I've also got to put those in that side as well. Wow, so much cost involved in just doing a little staircase. And it's only really just for people going to the wither use. It's just, that's Minecraft for you, isn't it? That's how we do it. That's how we do it. But the other idea was potentially putting lava down there behind glass. I kind of don't want to do the lava thing, though. It's possibly the cheapest option for me, but I'm not really that keen on doing it that way. I could also mix in some smooth stone slabs and things as well, just to try and give that some extra oomph. In fact, I could potentially do that in those kind of locations. Let's put those in like this, just to show you what I mean. So alternating those going down, that could work. Let's try that here, see what it looks like on a slightly larger scale. And on here, 2 of those bricks, give it another option. And it would be there as well. Kind of. In sort of the flow of the pattern, maybe. The flow of the design. That doesn't look too bad. Nice little highlights. Brings all of these different colours into play all at the same time. And we've got that there as well, which needs a covering. That's the light for down here. And I would have liked to have the start of the... yeah. Maybe if I change the stairs here as well, and put those sort of stairs and those sort of stairs on the bottom here, that won't look too out of place. And it'll also tie in with the stairs a bit better going up. Maybe. Yep. I think I'm happy enough with that to start progressing on and doing all the other bits that I need to do. Because there's a lot of other bits to do, isn't there? Lots of other things, lots of other jobs still to do in the nether. Especially in the nether hub. And still got my base to do and things like that as well. So hopefully we can get this wrapped up fairly quick. And then there's a usable area. Yeah, I'm kind of digging that. That'll do quite nicely, I think. And then the whole area out here still needs the portals bringing up and all that. But I just wanted to make sure that places that were already up here had their own entrances. Some people are going to be doing their own stuff, but I just want to kind of just lay it out so that they get a general idea of how it should look when it's done. So I wanted to do this because this should have been just a nice little project to get us up here. And many people are using this little area to get up here. So it's nice just to give that a go. If I did this, would that make that look a little bit better? And take that out and put those in there as well. And then put those back. Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, slightly lighter. just slightly lighter, ever so lighter, and then pop. We'll take those out, and there we go. All right, well, you get the idea. I will continue to do this a bit later on, like not right now. I've got the finishing touches of this to do, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so that looks about done. About done, I think. Not bad. I do like the way it feels, the way it looks, and the way you go into here. I've added some pictures in here as well for making people feel at home and just knowing exactly where they are in the world. It's the Wither. They spawn withers. That's all it is. That's all this place is all about. And I'm kind of pleased with the stairwell as well. It's got just enough interest, not too much faff, just enough to make it look interesting as you're going around. Just a few little blocks here and there, put together in a certain little design, and it makes it look nice. I possibly could have done better, but that will do for now. Well, that is all I've got time for this episode, so thank you very, very much for watching another episode on the Hypermine server. I hope you look forward to all the new series that are coming out through Hypermine and the community of Hypermine, playing along with all the other fine people of Hypermine. Don't forget to check out the Reddit. It is linked in the description below, and tune in next time for some more Hypermine Vanilla. And soon, Hypermine Modded. And there's the Hypermine Arc as well, otherwise known as Iron Mine. Don't forget to check those out in the playlist on my channel. Thank you and goodbye.